Hey, I am April Freeman here with the Richmond Public Library at the Hall Street branch. Today is Urban Fiction Day. We are celebrating Urban Fiction Experience 2023, Girls Rule. And I wanted to celebrate really what made me think of the dean was Terrie. I wanted to really celebrate her, but I also wanted to incorporate other women so they can see Terrie in action because Terrie is a phenomenal example of an African American woman who is doing her thing. And then also being a single mother, right?
Yeah.
She is really doing her thing. She is really inspiring me. And even though I might be a few years older than her, or she might be the same age as me, a person can still inspire you to do something great with your life. So I want to say thank you. And that's why I chose you to be a headliner of this.
Oh,
event.
thank you.
I've been knowing Terrie for about seven years. And ever since I have known Terrie, she has always been about her business.
Oh.
And her business ethics has always been professional. Always been kind, always been courteous, and she has always been humble. So that's why I wanted to really take this time to celebrate you.
I really appreciate
so this is a celebration for her. So, when I told you that I really wanted you to come and be the headliner, how did you feel?
My heart was so warm. It's still warm, because I always tell people, you crawl before you walk. We've been crawling with y'all for years, crawling with, just crawling for years. And for you to think that much of me.
I do.
And to have me come in here like that was just amazing. It was just amazing. It's like a dream come true to me.
Well, you're welcome. And you deserve it. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Because anytime I had to call Terrie in the last 7 years, she always said, I will be there. I'm there. She's never said no. And this is a celebration to her. And can you just let everyone know who views this, some of your accomplishments?
Okay. Well, I am what I call a serial entrepreneur. I own my own beauty salon, my own publishing company, my own entertainment company. We're a franchise entertainment company where we do game nights. I'm also we just released our brand new wine. Me and my other business partners linked to this wine.
Yes.
I also am a published author, is one of the main reasons I'm here.
Yes.
And I'm a commissioned notary public, but I'm also a community leader. I'm vice president of the Newport News NAACP. I'm also on the board of directors for Mitchell House Ministries, which is a organizations where we provide temporary housing for the homeless families, and we help them get back to self-sufficiency. But I also work as a wellness warrior for the United States, Lord, I'm sorry, for the University of Maryland.
United States of America.
So I work as a wellness warrior. So we do a lot of things in the community, helping to bridge a gap between healthcare professionals in our community. And so I held a shot clinic at my salon.
I saw that.
And it was covered on the news and everything. But so I try to stay engaged in everything, things that can help my community. I feel like God put me here with a purpose. And now that I know my purpose, I'm trying to fulfill my purpose. And he wants me to inspire women, inspire men, inspire people to move on to their dreams. And so I'm just trying to be a living example of that.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do, mentorships, or do you do advice? Because I know I saw you, which I showed everybody in the library that you were at the Richmond Technical Center or something.
Yes.
And I was like, what is doing down here?
Yes, I'm friends with a lot of elected officials, and one of my friends is one of our people that we're close to is the Commissioner of Revenue in Newport News, Miss Tiffany Boyle, and she does a lot of stuff. She has an Emerge magazine, and they do a lot of things. So they were doing headshots for children here in Richmond Technical Center. And I was one of the stylists that came in and did free hairstyles to help them, to kind of promote them to learn how to do head towards business and things like that. She's really, really amazing with that.
That was awesome.
And so she asked me to be a part of it, and without a doubt, I just
I saw it. I was like, oh my God, Terrie's down here. She's really, and I saw you, doing it. Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, Yeah.
Do you say no to anything?
I need, and my sons would say I need to say no sometimes because I'm constantly going like, I haven't even shared a lot with people, but I will be doing real estate coming up too. And so, I just feel like whatever God leads me to do is what I'm going to keep doing. And then once he tells me, slow down a little bit, girl, then I'll slow down. But I just feel like get it while we're young, you know, do it while we're young, inspire while we're young, do all of these things while we're able to. And then when we sit back later as older, an older person, you can smile thinking about who life you inspired or who life you changed. I was at a speaking engagement that I had to speak at. And it was a young lady that came there, and she said she wasn't even expecting me to be there. She just follows me on social media, and she said she come to my page to be inspired because sometimes she'll feel down because of things she's went through. And she just told me, "Can I speak to you when you finish?" And after at the end of the event, her and her little kid, she was a 5-time parent. Single parent, with divorced parent, single, same thing.
Yes.
And she just broke down crying. She said, "You inspire me, and I didn't even expect you to be here." She said everything's tried to stop her from making it to that event. Her girlfriends canceled, everybody canceled, but she came on. And she said when she got there and saw me there, she just started crying.
Yeah.
And it just warmed my heart to know that without even saying something to somebody, your actions. That's why I never wear my feelings on my sleeve in public. I hurt like everybody. I cry like everybody. I get frustrated like everybody. But you never know who is depending on you for that energy. And so if I'm out in public, my friends know I'll be fussing if something go wrong or whatever. But overall, I don't wear it. I don't let it hold me down. I let it make me stagnant to stay right there. I'm going to keep moving because I know God is blessing me. He's blessed me in the past. And anything that I face, any challenge I face, I can do it through him.
Yes. So did you also mention your billboard?
Yes,
and
I'm a commissioned notary public, and we do billboards.
The party,
Play Day Hampton Roads. We do
so
that's
much.
A game night that we do, and we set up all these games for adults, and
I have been, and I implore anybody who is watching this to follow this young, beautiful entrepreneur lady in Facebook page, on her social media page, because she is somebody that's going to be, look around, she's gonna be like who's who.
Yeah.
And she does a lot of positive things within the community and the state of Virginia. I'm pretty sure is going over to other states too. What made you really pick up a pen?
Well, I was sharing that with the young lady just earlier. One of my clients was a Christian author, and she used to come in the salon, and there's gentlemen and women that would come to me and ask me dating advice, say they was going through something, talk to them and tell them I would do it this way. You ought to take your lady this place or whatever. And they would always come back and say, "Oh, that advice worked," and I didn't even have anybody myself. If it worked, it worked. But so what I did, yeah. So after that, a Christian author that I was doing her hair, she just happened to be there each time somebody asked me something, and she said, "You need to write." And I said, "Girl, I ain't no writer. I'm a hairstylist." I was always an avid reader because I used to love Kiki Swenson books. I dozed off wearing big books on my bed in the party.
Yes.
And so after that, I said, you know what? She keeps saying that. Let me just go ahead. Maybe God is telling me something through her. So I just started writing. After I started writing that book, I found a way to to publish it. I didn't know anything about publishing, anywhere to go. I just Googled it, and I went ahead and published that book. It got great reviews. So I started writing my second book, reached out to Kiki Swenson, not expecting her to respond. Not expecting her to even look at it. Because, sometimes people become celebrity, they'll take little people around. But she responded. And I dropped the phone because I was like, wait a minute. And I was so excited. So she said, "Send me what you have." And I said, "Well, I'm only 3 chapters in." She said, "No, go ahead and send me what you have." And so I sent it, just thinking she was going to critique it. 2 or 3 weeks later, I got an email from her team saying that she liked my book and she wanted to sign me to a series. And
the rest is history.
That was fire under my feet.
Yeah, and it
was like handing me a baton and saying, "Go." And after that, I just kept going. I met my second publisher, Shanta Kinnery, and stayed up here for a while. And then I left And after that, I just opened my own publishing company, which I forgot to mention.
Exactly.
Branch and Brooks Publishing and Consulting Solutions. And now we help authors all around the world. We got clients in Africa, we got clients in Nashville, Atlanta, locally here.
So
we help them get published.
What would you want to see your publishing company do? Like, what is your vision for it?
My vision is to just help keep making people dreams come true. Because when I'm able to see somebody, gentleman had 2 sheets of paper. He came to us with 2 sheets of paper, and we were able to create a whole children's book for him. This man cried. And that's the part that made me feel, out of all of it, that was the main part that made me feel so amazing to see this. So helping people's dreams come true.
Okay.
Yep. So, helping them make movies, helping them get their books published, helping them, do all the things that they need to, because we also help them develop businesses. So anything, helping somebody set their business up and just push them out there and still being there for them if they need you on the back end.
Okay. So do you feel like by you having your hands in a lot of stuff, you tend to lack in like in some of your businesses? Do you think you are able to give like 100% Terrie to every
And a lot of people ask me that question, those type of questions all the time. I treat it's like having children. When I sit down at the table with my boys, I want to make sure both of them got an even amount of food on their plate. And so that's how I look at my businesses. All of them are my babies, and I love each and every one of them dearly. So I'm a big time management person. I'm able to add things or do whatever I need to do because I schedule everything. Everything has to be. I can't even go on a date. I'm not a person. How people can just randomly pick up, just go. I'm like, I need to schedule this date. So I think the only thing that it really affects is my love life, because I'm, it has these schedules. I can't do just spirit of moment.
So if you wanted to, first I got 2 questions. If you want to tell any person who wants to, since this is the urban fiction experience about books, that they want to write or they want to publish a book, what get a book put out, what advice would you give them?
Don't keep your idea in your head.
Okay.
Put it on paper. Put it in that computer and put it out for the world, because somebody needs to read it. Somebody needs to see what your great thoughts were, and keep it in. So a lot of times we dream and we leave it at that. Don't just dream about it, be about it. So put those dreams on paper.
Okay. And how important is African American books in the library, in the public library?
So it's really a big deal to me. Because to me, when I first, it's just a big deal to me, because to walk in the bookstore and be able to see, used to seeing like the big names, big time, or even and not prejudiced way, not because I'm not prejudiced by far, but you didn't see a lot of Black. Well, I didn't. You wouldn't think
it was a Stephen King.
Yeah, it was Stephen King, and they are magical and they are amazing. Addison. I love them. But to walk in a book library and be able to say, that is such and such. That's me. That is when I tell you, Writers Market, I was interviewed for Writers Digest publication, national publication, and I think y'all have it, 2017 Writers Market, right? They have quotes from me in that book.
Yeah.
That made me feel like little old Black girl from little brown girl. And here she is now. This is amazing. So this type of experience is God-given.
Yes. And how important is public libraries?
Oh my God. Public libraries, I used to love to read as a child.
Yeah.
That's how I became
to me.
That's how I became connected to hair and everything else. Getting books, reading about manners and how to sit and how to be a lady and how to that started me when I was a little child. I used to love to go to the library just to get those books and just read Judy Blume when I was little and all those books, and so I feel like that built me into some of the things that I read, built my character that I have today. It was very important. Library is a very important part of my life. It should be a big part of everybody's life. I just wish that more people put books in their children's hands.
Yes,
More people
yes,
put books in their hands because we get engaged just in electronics.
yes,
nowadays.
yes,
And
yes,
books, being able to pick that book up off the shelf. And
yes.
like I told you, I would lay in my bed before I became an author, and I'd be reading before I go to bed. And then I'm laying there, I'm like TV on, but I'm like reading Kiki Swenson or whoever, and Nikki in them books, reading all their books. But Nikki's like one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I think she did knocked everybody else down. Nikki that came to the top. Nikki Turner.
Yes.
And so, I would just read their books laying in the bed. So reading those books was played a big role in where I am today and what I do now.
Go ahead.
Yep. So that played a big role in what I do now. And the library played a huge role in it. All the way from when I was a child, like I said, coming to the library, getting those books about manners, and as a teen reading, and then just libraries played a big role in that.
I'm April Freeman here with the Richmond Public Library with the boss lady herself, Terrie L, baby, Atlanta.